Class 4A Division II Sub-State Finals. And the championship round finds our Burlington Lady Cats taking on the Bulldogs from Baldwin. Baldwin, the number 1 ranked team in the state, takes on the number 4 team, Burlington, here to go on to the state tournament championship next week, hosted at Emporia. All comes down to tonight. You win or your season is done. As these two teams who met earlier in that Bulldog Wildcat Classic tournament hosted at Baldwin get a chance for a rematch right here tonight. We're glad you could join us on the Dog for championship basketball tonight. Lady Cats with the first game, and the Wildcats will be on later as they take on the men's side and take on Anderson County. 2 games to go to the state tournament title. This is Jim Hills with Rick Smith alongside Richard Mahoney with us tonight as we bring you Burlington Lady Cat basketball on the Dog. Starting lineups have been introduced. A 5'8 senior, Riley Stewart. A 5'8 junior, Carly Lindenmeyer. A 5'8 senior, Abby Ogle. A 5'6 junior, Kayla Kurtz. And a 5'11 junior, Kate Ogle, will be the starting lineup for head coach Bob Martin and the Baldwin Bulldogs. For the Lady Cats, starting lineup will be Julia Gilman, Paige Sawyer, Kirsten Young, Ashlyn Depley, and Camry Wagner, as they will go for head coach Dave Gilman and the Burlington Wildcats. We're glad you can join us. The excitement is built up to the opening tip-off here as we are ready for basketball action. And with the tip, it goes to Gilman, and we are underway. Lady Cats set the offense. They'll go to Young on the far wing. She'll pick up the dribble. Back to Camry. Gives it off to Gilman. Now the Lady Cats start that offense all over at the top of the circle. Paige Sawyer with the dribble. Gives up to Young. Her first shot away. Off the mark. No good, but down low for a rebound. Put-back shot won't fall, but there's simply not up. But we have a tie-up. Possession arrow to the Baldwin Bulldogs.
I like their intensity, the way they started out there. They were really getting after it.
Came to attack the basket there. And here come the Bulldogs with the switch on the right side. They'll take it back to the top of the circle. Now look to Kate Ogle. Dribble drive through the lane. That shot off the mark. And Gilman boards it for the Lady Cats. Defense trying to trap in the back, but they'll get it upfield to Kirsten Young on the left wing. She'll pick up the dribble, goes to Wagner. Now finds Gilman behind the arch. She'll lay it down to Sawyer in the paint. A shot off. Oh, yeah. Ashlyn Depley for the first bucket of the night for the Lady Cats. They break on top 2-0. We've got a whistle and a foul. That'll be a block on the Lady Cats here. Number 20, Kirsten Young, picks up the first foul of the night here as she was playing defense in the lane. We know that the Bulldogs also will attack the basket. Release pass comes back to Stewart from 3. It's no good, and Camry Wagner boards up for the Lady Cats. Across the timeline, Gilman tried to lead that pass under the hoop, but too strong over the top. A turnover sends the ball to the Bulldogs. One thing we talked about in our pregame was the turnover ratio. The Lady Cats have got to value their possessions and not turn this ball over against this tough Baldwin Bulldog team. Ball on the top side to Kurtz. She looks on the far wing. 3-point shot on the way, up and good by Lindenmeyer as she gets the first bucket for Baldwin tonight. Here at the 6:16 mark, a steal in the backcourt, and Ogle goes in with the layup. Again, another costly turnover. Pressure in the backcourt. Sawyer will inbound it ahead to Gilman on the far side. Trapped on the wing, gets it off to Sawyer. Tough man-to-man defense goes to Gilman, down low to Camry Wagner. She'll release back to Young. In the paint, shot away, off the rim, no good. Rebounded away to Kurtz, and here come the Bulldogs. Up court quickly, back left wing. Stewart with a 3 on the way is no good. Rebound and a left-hand shot swung up. A little bit of a desperation, but a whistle foul called on Paige Sawyer. That's the type of basketball we're going to see from Baldwin everything going to the hoop, as Lindenmeyer will set at the charity stripe for her first free throws. She'll have a pair, as that's the second team foul on the Lady Cats. Unique style for Lindenberg as she prepares. It works for her. First free throw in the bucket, and she'll set for free throw number 2. At the stripe, quick dribble. She's got her motion up and off the rim hard. No good. Rebounded by Ogle. She'll kick it back out on the top. Abby Ogle drives the paint too far under, hits the bottom of the rim, and Kirsten Young boards it out for the Lady Cats. Up court quickly. Here comes Gilman on the side. Picks up her dribble. Release now to Wagner. She's at the free throw line. Back to Gilman. She'll bring it to the top of the circle. Reverse pivot. Ball loose on the floor. Down for it. And now we've got another tie-up. That possession arrow will stay with the Lady Cats here as substitutes prepare to check in for both Baldwin and the Lady Cats. In lineup for Baldwin, number 21, the 5'5" junior, Macy Frost. For the Lady Cats, Jarrah Thorpe and Grace Kuhlman enter the lineup. Sawyer will inbound, finds Thorpe. Ball tipped away, but we've got a whistle and a foul on the reach-in. Number 3, Lindenmeyer picks up her first personal foul. The Lady Cats to play it in again on the side marker. Tipped away out of bounds. Stay with the Lady Cats. Lady Cats have got to move to the ball. They can't stand and wait for it to come to them, as these Baldwin defenders are good on the mark. Thorpe with the dribble, stops at the free throw line. Shot away is no good. And Ogle boards stopper at midcourt to break down court. Tipped away out of bounds by Kirsten Young. As they had a 2-on-1 break headed Kirsten's way, and she did a good job of making that wingspan cover a lot of area. Inbound the lob to Ogle. Shot away, but she's fouled on the shot, and Kirsten picks up her second personal foul. That'll send Abby Ogle to the line to shoot 2 free throws here. First is on the way hard off of the back of the rim. No good on the first, but she'll be set for a second free throw attempt. Gilman checks into the lineup again, and Kirsten will go to the bench with 2 personal fouls here in the first quarter of play. Ogle's second free throw shot off the front of the rim, no good. It's out of bounds off of Sawyer, and that'll stay with the Bulldogs. They'll play it in underneath their own bucket as Lindenmeyer goes to the bench. Set for the inbound lob to Kate Ogle. She can't get a hit, and Jarrah Thorpe boards out for the Lady Cats. Up court comes Gilman with the ball on the left wing. Give and go down to Sawyer on the drive. A block foul on Baldwin, and that's going to send Paige Sawyer to the line. Gave her a head fake and went to the hoop. Good move and a good feed pass to play the ball in low. Number 21, Macy Frost, whistled for the foul. Sends Sawyer to the line for 2 free throws. Can't connect on the first, but she'll be there for a second attempt. 4:40 remaining on the clock in this first quarter. Baldwin up 6-2 as that ball rims out. No good on the free throw. And Thorpe almost had the steal, but the ball's out of bounds. It'll stay with Baldwin. They've got to put pressure on Baldwin all night long. Try what they can to disrupt them getting themselves into a set offense. Ogle brings the ball up the court, across the timeline, and sets it on the right wing. Skip pass goes over the top to Frost. Back near wing. Now they've got Ogle behind the mark. A 3 on the way. Off the mark, but back into the hands of Frost on the rebound. They'll clear it to the top. Lay it into Ogle. She'll smack it to the left-hand wing. Now skip pass comes all the way back to Kurtz. Her shot on the way is up and good for a 3. 9-2. Baldwin goes on top as they are hitting from the outside here tonight. Pass tipped away. No, didn't tip. It went out of bounds. Another turnover. That's 5 turnovers here in the first quarter on the Lady Cats. Clock stops at 3:53 as substitutes check back into the lineup. Kuhlman in for the Lady Cats. Wagner back deep. Skip over the top they go. Lindenmeyer back on the floor also for Baldwin. From the deep corner, Frost hits the three-pointer. 3 different Bulldogs have hit from behind the arch here in the early going. Up court comes Gilman, picks up that dribble, goes back to Thorpe on the right side. She'll drive the lane. Shot up and soft touch off the board. Jara Thorpe gets her first bucket. So Lady Cats were on a slump for about 3 minutes with no score. Left alone, a three-point shot away, no good. Ogle rebounds, put-up shot won't go. Brought the ball down low. Now we've got a reach-in foul on one of the Lady Cats. Lindenmeyer got possession of that ball down low, and Paige Sawyer is going to be whistled for the foul.
We're just not blocking out very well. There hasn't been really too many excuses for not coming up with some rebounds.
Back in the lineup for Burlington. Looks like we've got Ashlyn Debley and Kirsten Young back on the floor as Baldwin will play it in under their own bucket. Feed pass and a foul. Reach in by Ashlyn Debley. Stripped the ball out of there, but made body contact. That official thought it was a shot. What's that about? He goes to the line, and Kaylee Kurtz will be at the mark. First free throw on the way is off the rim, no good, but she'll be set for a second. 12-4, Baldwin leading here with 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Sinks that free throw, and it's a 9-point margin as Frost checks back in for Baldwin. Full court pressure on the Lady Cats of this inbound play from the end line. They'll clear it to Gilman. Now back to Thorpe. She'll bring it across the timeline. Goes down the lane. Feeds off to Kuhlman. There's the 10-footer. Grace was set for that pass. Ready to go up with the shot. And gets the bucket for the Cats. 13-6 now. Driving through the lane, but we're going to have a block foul called. Ogle forcing the issue, going down the side of the lane as number 14, Paige Thorpe, is whistled for her first personal foul. Baldwin inbound high over the top. Lindenmeyer immediately puts in a 3-ball from the top of the circle.
Yeah, catch and shoot.
Extends that lead to a 16-6 margin here. As a bad pass gets away, a turnover sends it back to the Bulldogs again. Pressure defense doing what the Bulldogs intended to do. Get that ball back into their hands. Up court, we'll bring it near side. Lindenberg goes to the top. Frost again from 3. She gets another, her second of the night. Looking reminiscent of last night's boys contest. Now we've got a whistle, stops play, and that foul is going to be called on number 4, Abby Ogle, picking up her first personal foul, trying to steal the inlet pass. Cats will play it in front of their own bench here. Thorpe looks for the inbound, gets it to Gilman. Now back to Thorpe. She'll bring it across the timeline. Goes down the lane with the dribble drive. She's fouled on the way to the hoop. And number 1, Riley Stewart, picks up her first personal foul. To the line is Jara Thorpe. Jara had a 2-pointer early in the contest. She'll set at the free throw line. First one is on the way, rims off, no good. And she'll set for a second. 2:10 remaining on the clock with Baldwin leading 19-6. Jara adds 1 to that mark, 19-7. The Cats down by a dozen. Inbound in the backcourt. Lindenmeyer brings it across the timeline. Frost skip pass goes high over the top. They'll bring it back on the near wing. That's the offense. Looking into the middle, working one-on-one on Gilman. Releases the ball back into the hands of Kurt. They'll lay it down to the low post. Turnaround cut off there. Nice job. Cats tipped it away but couldn't get the loose ball And three-point shot off the rim, no good. Kuhlman goes high for the board. Here comes Gilman upward across the timeline for the Lady Cats. Give and go. They go down to Young. Ball's tipped away, and Kuhlman comes out of there with it. Back on top, they'll find Jarrah Thorpe. Stops at the free throw line. Shot away is no good. And Lindenmeyer boards up for Baldwin. Minute 20 on the clock here in first quarter action. They send it to the far side. Another three-pointer. Kayla Kurtz also with 2 3-pointers on the night for Baldwin as they are lighting up the scoreboard here. Gilman cut off from the dribble drive, gives it back to Thorpe. She answers with a three. That may be the type of confidence the Lady Cats need here to get a big score from the outside. 22-10 now. Lady Cats, again, trail by a dozen. On the far side, Stewart with the dribble. Comes back to Ogle out behind the arch. A little confusing having sisters there, but the Lady Cats get a steal. Young on the steal. Outlet pass ahead to Thorpe. She's going all the way to the rack. Nice job, Jarrah, controlling that ball as the defender goes by and slowed the tempo to get up and down for the shot. 22-12 now. Back to a 10-point margin here as we approach 15 seconds on the clock. Baldwin looking to set their offense for a final shot before the buzzer. They'll isolate one-on-one, dribble drive to the hoop, laying it up and in is Kayla Kurtz for the 2. And at the buzzer, that shot is off the mark. We put in one quick quarter of play here at the Sub-State Championship. The Baldwin Bulldogs lead it 24-12, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
The Appliance Store in Burlington has a large selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, along with Speed Clean washers and dryers, and is your headquarters for #1 voted Green Mountain Pellet Grills. The Appliance Store also has Oric vacuum cleaners, bags, parts, and service what they sell, with a great selection of appliance parts on hand. The Appliance Store at 602 South 4th Street in Burlington thanks you for supporting local business and is a proud supporter of local athletics.
Hi, kids. It's Timmy the Tooth. Have you been to see your dentist lately?
Visiting the dentist doesn't have to be that frightening. It's all about which dentist you choose. At the office of Rick Smith DDS in Gridley, they offer individual comfort care for all ages. From grandparents to grandchildren, you will receive a comfortable and pleasant process. Give Rick Smith DDS a call today at 620-836-2015.
Courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball on the Dawg as we get ready for the second quarter of play. Baldwin out to a great start here as they've doubled up the score on the Lady Cats. 24-12 as we're underway at Anderson County. Step pivot by Lindenmeyer. Back out on the left wing. Behind the arch. Steps in with the dribble. Cut off there, but driving to the hoop. Ogle skips a pass back. Ball trips on the floor. Way to get up. Definitely goes down after it. Can't pick up the ball. Dribble drive, and Ogle kicks out to the far side. Kurtz behind the arch. A three is no good. And Kirsten Young comes out of there with it for the Lady Cats. Michael Watkins checked in at the quarter break. Ball out of bounds. He called. We've got a foul, a push against Gilman as she was trying to chase down that loose ball. The official right in front of the play, maybe a little too close to see what happened, but the official on the outside, he whistled up a foul on Abby Ogle, number 4, the all-star player for Baldwin, and she will come to the bench for Coach Martin. Inbound, Watkins, high over the top. They go to Gilman. Back down low to Watkins. Turnaround shot. Off the brim, hard, no good. And rebounded away. Now we've got a whistle and a foul. Stop play. Julia Gilman whistled up for her first personal foul. 16 fouls on the Lady Cats. 5 on Bulldogs. That marks up number 7 now. And that will put Baldwin at the line here with 7:10 remaining in the second quarter of play. Stepping up First free throw on the way. No good. Off the mark. Ogle gets the rebound, and the Lady Cats get control. This free throw by Macy Frost. Cats bring it up, trailing by a dozen. Gilman with the call at the top of the circle. Gives it to Dipley. Now goes through, sets the pick, gets a return pass. Dipley from 14. Fires it up and in. That's the one as Ashlyn Dipley gets her second bucket of the night. 24-14. Cats trail by 10. Spin move by Lindenmeyer to the hoop. Shot blocked away. And here comes the Lady Cats. Cross court to Watkins. She'll set the offense. High post, Dipley with the ball in hand. Looks for Young on the far side. Cats are not moving. They're standing around. Need to move more in what they're doing. Not running an offense. They're waiting for the offense to come to them. Young now puts it on the floor. Dribble, reverse drive. Goes in the middle. Shot away. She's fouled on the way to the hoop as number 14, Kate Ogle, picks up her first personal foul. Young will step to the line here as Kirsten held scoreless in that first quarter. And here's her time to break open. First free throw on the way off the mark. Lady Cats up 1 for 5 from the charity stripe here in this first half of play. Set for the second. It's hard off the back of the rim. No good. Lindenmeyer with the board, and she'll start the break. Up court on the far side. Picks up the dribble. Now gives it back to Kurtz. She'll drive and kick out beyond the mark to Frost. Her three away is no good. Clock out. Lindenmeyer got the board, but traveled with it as she spun to get away from Kirsten Young. The official on the mark says that turnover sends it to the Lady Cats. Inbound in the backcourt to Gilman. Looks over the near side. Watkins will bring it across the timeline now for the Cats. Trailing by 10, a chance to get it into single digits here. Camry Wagner comes up for the high post. Looks underneath. It's not there. She'll spin it to Kirsten. Back behind the arc. She'll set the offense. Looking to a high post. Gilman puts it on the floor now. Dribble right to Young. They'll set it. Step back. Young behind the arch. A three away. Didn't look smooth on that. No. And ball to the floor. A timeout by Baldwin as Lindenmeyer went down to corral that loose ball. Knew she couldn't stand up and wisely called a timeout to save possession. We've got a 30-second timeout here on the floor with the Burlington Lady Cats matching up with the Baldwin Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs lead it 24-14 with 4 minutes remaining in our second quarter. Lady Cats got here by virtue of a victory on Thursday night. They won their first game 62-42 over Anderson County in the first matchup of the tournament. Baldwin had an easy time with Osawatomie, taking an 84-17 victory to move them into Championship Saturday. The Bulldogs a 19-1 record on the season. Lady Cats 17-3. And one of these teams will wind up the season right here tonight. We're back on the floor with Baldwin leading 24-14 and 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Bulldogs with the ball at the top of the circle, looking on the inside to Ogle. Now they'll bring it back out to Lindenmeyer. She'll drive into the paint, stops, ball's trapped. Finally, we've got a possession tie-up. Gilman had possession of the ball along with the Bulldog player. The official didn't call it. And finally, Sawyer got into lend a hand. Possession arrow comes to the Lady Cats as Jara Thorpe checks back in along with Grace Kuhlman. Baseball pass out to Camry Wagner. She's going to take it all the way to the hoop and will count that bucket. Went it hard to the rim, got fouled, and carried through for the score. Camry Wagner out on the foot race to the bucket, collected that ball, and finished off at the rim. That foul whistled on number 14, Kate Ogle, as she picks up her second foul also. Now both teams with 17 fouls here at the 4:54 mark of the second. Camry's shot away is no good. Can't hit. Lady Cats are having trouble at the charity stripe tonight. But the Lady Cats narrow that lead behind the arch, a three-point shot away. No good, and rebounded off to Baldwin. Dribble drive, and the Cats steal it right there. Outlet goes to Kirsten. She'll lead the break. Cats a 4-on-2. Kirsten driving through the lane is fouled. Had the numbers they wanted, making choices to go, and Macy Frost will be whistled up for her second personal foul. Young will go to the line again for a pair. Chance to cut into that lead one more time. This one is sent home free. Swish of the net, and the Lady Cats working hard to cut down the advantage by the Bulldogs. Kirsten's second free throw rims away and out. No good. It's a 74-17 margin now. Bulldogs on top. Dribble drive, they'll kick out. Frost behind the arch, a three long. It's out of the way. Now we've got a whistle and a foul on the push-off. Number 32, Rianne Gear, picks up her first personal foul as she's set for rebound positioning down low. And we'll be going down to the free throw line where Camry Wagner will set for the Lady Cats. It'll be 1 plus a bonus for Camry as Ashlyn Depley checks back in for Burlington. Coach Gilman getting fresh legs in to keep up with the pace of this game. Camry to the charity stripe. First free throw is on the way. That's good. Smooth delivery by Camry to get her third point of the night, and she'll be at the line for the bonus. Lady Cats, a 4-point run. Can it be 5? No, this one won't find the mark. They knock it down to a 6-point lead here with 4:17. And they have held Baldwin scoreless in this second quarter of play. They lit it up with those three-pointers early. Now they'll lay it down in low. Triple drive to the hoop. Shot away is no good. Rebound fought for. And we've got a possession tie-up. Easily could have been a foul coming from the backside by the Baldwin rebounder, but those officials down close get to make the calls. Baldwin to inbound on the possession arrow. Look high over the top. They'll clear it to Frost. Dribble drive, kicks it off, and a block shot. Nice job, Paige Sawyer. Got up high with both hands. Kept her body clear. Tries to force the pass in, and it's stolen away by the Bulldogs. Stopper to bring it out on the break. Ogle with the dribble drive. We're going to have a reach-in foul. That is Ashlyn with her second personal as Ogle goes to the floor. She hit with a thud, but she's on her feet and going to walk off any pain that she may have endured there. We know that she is a competitor playing basketball at Baldwin High School, and a lot of that summer league AAU ball getting exposed to a lot of college interest. Will be interesting to hear from the Baldwin coach on what her future plans will be. Ogle's free throw shot is on the way. It's up and good. Gets the first one to fall, and we have a timeout on the floor. It's a quick 30-second timeout here, as the Wildcat defense has done a good job holding for more than 4 minutes without a score before Ogle gets that first free throw to drop here at the line. We're glad you could join us here tonight on 97.7 The Dog, home of Lady Cat basketball. We've been here all season long, and we'll keep broadcasting every game that these Lady Cats and Wildcats put up on the board. Wildcats will be playing at the 7:30 game tonight in the championship. Next week is state tournament time. We'll have those pairings with the Lady Cats and Wildcats should they be successful in tonight's contest. That free throw on the way is up and good by Ogle also. So it's a 26-18 margin. The Bulldogs lead here in the second quarter. Miscommunication between Thorpe and Young results in a bad pass turnover. Costly mistake with each possession. 7 turnovers on the night here in this first half of play. Lindenmeyer with the dribble, calls out the play, swings it left wing. She'll cut and go through on the downside. Didn't get a return pass. They'll clear it out on the wing. Behind the 3 yards. Spin move. Looks to go down the middle. Back to Ogle. Now dribble drive. Nice. Soft move there by Kayla Kurtz as she's in double figures now with 11 points to lead the Bulldogs. A steal by Ogle. She'll go coast to coast. Plays it up and in. Abby Ogle picks the pass and starts a 6-0 run here to regain that lead by a dozen. 30-18, Baldwin on top as we go under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Gilman, ball on the wing, clears it to Thorpe at the top of the circle. Sets the offense. Young on the wing. Tries on the give and go, but it's tipped away. Another turnover gives it right back to the Bulldogs. Down low, assist from Ogle to Kurtz, and it's an 8-0 run. Dave Gilman calls a timeout. Says we've got to get back on defense. Twice we've been beaten down the floor for the easy layup and the score for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, our girls the Lady Cats are going about 3/4 speed to Baldwin's full speed, and they're getting beat back for the easy basket.
It's just not playing at the same tempo between these two teams.
No, even on offense, we're just kind of jogging and standing around while Baldwin is running and moving, and they're in continuing motion all the time.
Clock stopped with 2:26 on the mark in the first half of play here at Anderson County, site of the Class 4A Division II Sub-State Tournament for our area. 8 different sub-states being contested tonight to put the winning teams in the state tournament. Turnover, ball loose on the floor, but Kirsten comes up with that ball. She'll bring it near side to Gilman. Stops, lays it down low to Kuhlman. She'll skip to, black shot. Thorpe got it stripped off the top, and laying down is Lindenmeyer. Shot away on the rebound. We've got a whistle and a foul. Again, that steal turning up court with a quick breakout. Missed shot and rebound. Jarrah Thorpe is whistled for the foul as she picks up her second personal foul. That's going to send number 4, Abby Ogle, to the line, where she'll shoot 2. First one is on the way. That's up and good, as she is 3 for 5 at the stripe. Missed the first 2, but now on a run of 3 free throws. Second one is in the net. Good also, as substitute Macy Frost enters the contest now for Baldwin. 34-18, 10-0 run now for the Bulldogs. In the backcourt, Gilman with the ball on the right wing, brings it up to set the offense for Burlington. She'll dribble to the left side. Ball stripped from the backside. One more turnover on the Lady Cats, and the Bulldogs bring it up quickly. Lindenmeyer sends it to Frost behind the arch. Her 3 ball is up and good. And the hits keep on coming here for the Bulldogs. Tip ball, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul. That is Jarrah Thorpe. After the ball was tipped away from her, trying to recover the loose ball, she is whistled for another reach-in foul. That'll bring us to the Baldwin end of the court for free throws. It'll be 1 plus a bonus here. Set at the line. First shot away, no good. That's Riley Stewart. Her first time at the charity stripe. Has 10 team fouls, puts the Lady Cats in the double bonus. She'll set for a second. It's on the way, and she scores her first point of the night. Now a 20-point margin for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Into the lineup, Paige Sawyer checks in for the Lady Cats. Watkins will play it in on the end line, finds Gilman on the near side. And it's 24 on the clock. Cats trailing by 20. Across the timeline, Wagner gets it in the hands of Gilman. Looks back inside, not there. Now Watkins at the top of the key. She'll feed it to Goulman. Outside Sloyer. Fakes the player out of position. Gets the shot off, but no good. Rebound away. Up court we come on the run. Shot off, no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Lindenmeyer comes out of there with it for Baldwin. Set on the near side. Frost thought about the three, picks it back out. Dribble drive in the lane. Ball's loose. It's tipped off on the wing to Frost. And she finds another three-pointer for the Bulldogs. Of course, comes the Lady Cats. Watkins with the ball across the timeline. Looks to the right wing, finds Gilman. Looking on the inside, it's not there. They'll clear it around the horn to Watkins. Back to the top of the circle, Sawyer. Surveys the defense. Back on the wing. They've changed up to a 2-1-2 defense now. Inside, Camry couldn't get the shot off. Watkins dribble drive and a steal. Another turnover. And Lindenmeyer will bring it up with 7 seconds on the clock. Back in the hands of Lindenmeyer. She'll find Frost from behind the arch. Off the rim, no good. Wagner boards it for the Lady Cats. And the buzzer sounds to end this second quarter of play. 1/2 in the books with the Baldwin Bulldogs. A commanding 41-18 lead at the halftime break. We're going to get our stats together from the first half of play here at the state sub-state tournament. And we'll return after this 3-minute break for our sponsors of Lady Cat basketball on the Dawg.
You're in a hurry and your car won't start. And you need a jump. Or how about the time you locked your keys in the car? Or the time you hit that deer and smashed in the front end of your car? Or maybe you just need something hauled and you don't have a truck. Maybe you just need a tire changed. Call Jeff's Towing and Recovery, AAA provider at 785-213-1669. That's 785-213-1669. And remember, it's your choice who tows your vehicle.
Does fall weather make you dream of a new home? How about that remodeling project, such as a garage or room addition? Whatever your dreams are made of, First National Bank of Kansas has many favorable options for you. From refinancing to building projects, rates are still low, so why not check them out? See Paul and Kathy in Osage City, Chris and Craig in Waverly, or Donna and Craig in Burlington. First National Bank of Kansas, where dreams come true. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts in Burlington and 97.7 The Dawg invite you to some action on ice as the Topeka Roadrunners battle it out for victory. We're giving away 2 tickets on Tuesdays for hockey at its finest at the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka. Get signed up for your chance to win tickets at U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts, 401 Garrettson in Burlington. For home game dates and times, go to Topeka Roadrunners on Facebook.
Life Care Center Burlington offers all the comforts of home as well as added luxuries, including a beauty and barber salon, a specialized fine dining program, courtyard and gardening area, and is conveniently located near shopping, retirement communities, and other medical community resources. Life Care also provides in- and outpatient rehabilitation services for all ages. Their licensed staff offers 24-hour skilled nursing. Stop by and visit the Life Care Center of Burlington today, located at 601 Cross Street.
Trust Point Insurance is truly an independent insurance agency. They have the unique ability to shop the marketplace for the insurance company that provides the best protection at the most competitive price and has the ability to write with over 30 different companies. Trust Point Insurance offices are located at 800 North 4th Street in Burlington and 902 Commercial Street in Emporia. Stop in or call today to set up a time that is convenient for you to discuss your auto, home, farm, business, crop, and life insurance, or visit them online at trustpointinsurance.net. The staff at Diners Cafe, located at 1020 North 2nd Street in Burlington, wants to say thank you to our customers for their patronage. If you haven't been in yet, come give us a try. We believe you'll be pleasantly surprised. We strive to provide you with a total dining experience, great service, wholesome eats, and a comfortable atmosphere. Diners Cafe, we're happy to be a part of Burlington and Coffee County. You'll find us next door to the Country Haven Inn, proud to support USD 244 activities.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball here on the Dawg. And I heard that commercial for Diners Cafe. We know them well. I took a little sneak peek inside the package tonight. We've got some more of that maple pecan cake.
Oh, man.
I know what's awaiting for us. Between games, we're going to get a shot of that, get a little energy boost from that sweetness of that cake, as it'll get us through the second game of the night. We may want to donate some of that to the Lady Cats here at their halftime break, as they need an injection to get up to speed with these Baldwin Lady Bulldogs. Baldwin came out hot, hitting 4 3-pointers in that first quarter as they paced themselves out to a 24-12 lead over the Lady Cats at the end of the first quarter. Lady Cats defense amped up as we started the second quarter, holding Baldwin scoreless for the first 4 minutes of that second quarter while putting 6 points on the board and narrowing it to a 18-24 margin within striking distance of Baldwin. And then the Bulldogs woke up. Bulldogs amped up their intensity, a number of steals, and converting on the way down the floor as they go on a 17-0 run to end that second quarter and extend that lead out to a 41-18 margin here at the half. Leading scorer for Baldwin is Kayla Kurtz. Kurtz with 3 3-pointers in the first half to lead the way with 16. 9 points on the night from Macy Frost. All 3 of her 3-pointers found the mark. 8 points tonight from Abby Ogle. 4 of 6 from the charity stripe for Ogle. 7 points from Carly Lindenmeyer as she hit a pair of 3-pointers from behind the arch along with a free throw. And 1 point from number 1, Riley Stewart. The Lady Cats offense just had trouble generating any consistency in their points. 1 point from Kirsten Young, held to a season low so far as she hits 1 of 4 from the charity stripe. 2 points from Grace Goulman, 3 from Camry Wagner, 4 for Ashlyn Depley, and leading the way tonight, Jarrah Thorpe. But she contained all of her points in that first quarter of play as she got 8, hitting from all the positions behind the arch for a 3, a pair of 2s, and a free throw. But she went to the bench at the 3-minute mark of the second quarter with her 3rd personal foul. The Baldwin Bulldog ladies are back on the court to get warmed up here as both boys teams, Anderson County and Burlington, came out to warm up during the halftime break. We haven't seen the Lady Cats come back out. I'm sure they are getting a whole host of instructions from Coach Dave Gilman here at the halftime break. They've got to intensify their defensive effort and push the offense also. Rick, we just see 2 different tempos of game from the 2 teams out on the floor.
Yeah, we do. I'm going to put it this way. We see Baldwin playing, the Baldwin girls playing basketball like the Burlington girls used to. Very high, intense pace up and down the court. They're moving constantly on offense, and they're not loping. They're running. We're about 3/4 of their speed. When we run our offense, we're not moving. I hope they pick it up here to kind of get back in the game and make it respectable.
They do have another half to go here as the Lady Cats trail it at the halftime break, 41-18 to the Baldwin Bulldogs. We're glad you could join us here tonight for Basketball on the Dawg, and it's brought to you by our fine sponsors of Lady Cat and Wildcat basketball this season. 18 sponsors on the list, and we want to thank them all for being able to bring you all the basketball you can follow no matter where you're at home, on the road, out of the listening area, on the internet feed. These sponsors have been behind us all season long. From Burlington, that's Alpha Roofing, Burlington Building Materials, Burlington Auto Supply, the Central National Bank, Diners Cafe, First National Bank, Hoover's, Caldwell Auto, Jeff's Towing, the Life Care Center in Burlington. Prescription Center, Crossland Construction, Rick Smith, DDS, the Appliance Store, the Medicine Shop, Trust Point Insurance, U.S. Cellular, and Beckman Motors sponsoring Lady Cat and Wildcat basketball all season long here on the Dawg. Anytime you're in these businesses, let them know you follow the Lady Cats and Wildcats and are thankful that they provide the service so that you can tune in for high school basketball on the Dawg. Looks like both teams are back to the bench here to get their last-minute instructions from the head coaches, Dave Gilman and Bob Martin. Other games around the area tonight, several local teams also in action in different classes. Over at Hartford in Class 1A Division I, both teams, the men and the women's teams from Hartford and Waverly, looking for victories to send them to the state tournament. And down at St. Paul tonight, Southern Coffee County's men's and women's team will take on St. Paul for a trip to the state tournaments. We'll be back with more teams to inform you of, but we're ready for basketball here at Anderson County. Lady Cats play the ball in, and we're underway. Sawyer with the dribble on the near side, gives it up to Young. She'll set the offense, reverse pivot, stops with the dribble, can't get off the shot, goes to Dipley. Now back to Kirsten at the top of the circle. Sawyer looks inside to Camry, spins it. Down low they go to Gilman. Looks like she had a pass to the bucket, but the ball tipped away by Stewart out of bounds, and it'll be Lady Cat basketball. They'll play it in underneath their own bucket. Sawyer to key it for Burlington. Set around the pick. Now lob pass over the top, but stolen away by the Bulldogs. Another turnover by the Lady Cats. Feed the ball down court, but it's off the hands of Lindenmeyer out of bounds, and the Lady Cats will take it. Full court pressure by the Bulldogs. Inlet pass now to Gilman on the wing. She'll find Sawyer at the top of the circle. Sets to the high post. Debley puts it on the floor with the dribble. Stops at the charity stripe, but she's fouled on the wrist. That is Riley Stewart picking up her second personal foul and sends Ashland to the line for the Lady Cats. Burlington cold from the charity stripe in that first half of play, hitting 3 of 11. They need to change that right now. Ashland could not get it over the rim. That one rims off, and she'll be there for her second free throw attempt. Sets at the charity stripe. On the way. This one rims off the rim, but chasing down the loose ball, Paige Sawyer. And it'll be out of bounds and remain with the Lady Cats. She was trapped down low and had to release that ball, but going off of Bulldogs, the Lady Cats will play it in. Kirsten Young behind the arc. Lindenmeyer with that defensive assignment. They know they guard her belly button up all the way out behind the arch. Gilman at the top of the circle. She'll set the offense for Burlington. Looks to the high post and finds Dipley. Comes off the pick. Drives to the lane. She's fouled on the floor by number 1, Stewart, picking up her third personal foul, second of this half. Lady Cats to play it in under the buckets. Substitute checking in for Baldwin will be number 21, Macy Frost. Frost came off the bench to hit 3 3-pointers in that first half of play. Inlet not to Debley. They'll get it to Young. She's cut off, gives it back to Sawyer, but she traveled with it, and the turnover goes into the hands of the Bulldogs. No score yet in our third quarter of play. The Baldwin Bulldogs leading 41-18 here at Anderson County. Lindenmeyer gives it back up on the top side to Kurtz, the leading scorer for Baldwin tonight. Skip pass goes down to Lindenmeyer. She's behind the arc, and she sends home her third three-pointer of the night in double figures now with 10. 44-18, the Bulldogs lead it. Pass down low to Kirsten Young, but it's stolen away. Ogle comes out of there with it for Baldwin. She'll drive the lane, splits the defenders and lays it up and in. Now in double figures also, Ogle with 10 points for the Bulldogs. We've got a whistle and a foul on the reach-in. Number 11, Kurtz, picks up her first personal foul and 13th foul on the Bulldogs of this second half of play. On the far side, Sawyer will inbound it for the Lady Cats, gives it up to Gilman, and they'll start the offense at the top of the circle. Young on the far wing, but a bad pass, turns it over again to Baldwin. Just could not make the connection as Gilman on the give and go beyond her outstretched hand. 46-18 now. The Bulldogs lead the Lady Cats here. Ogle with the drive, kicks it on the wing. Cross behind the arch, a three off the rim, no good. Chasing down that rebound, Kate Ogle gets it, fires up a three-point shot, it won't fall, and Camry Wagner boards it for the Lady Cats. Up court comes Young with the dribble. She'll set one-on-one against the defensive pressure. A bad pass and a turnover again. These ladies are not on the same page. Dribble drive on the far side. That one's up and in by Kurtz for the drive as Coach Gilman calling a timeout on the floor. 7-0 run to begin this third quarter of play for the Baldwin Bulldogs. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it back to the station for a word from our sponsors.
In life, there are people, places, and things known as exceptional. There is a place like that in Garnett, Kansas. Hi, this is Brian Steffens, and I'm talking about Beckman Motors. Everywhere you go, you'll see vehicles with the Beckman Motors name on them. We want to show you how exceptional we are. The next time you decide to buy a new Ford or Chevy or any pre-owned vehicle, do yourself a favor and come to Beckman Motors in Garnett and experience what it's like to buy a vehicle from exceptional people in an exceptional place. Beckman Motors on Highway 59 in Garnett, Kansas, selling new Fords and Chevrolets along with pre-owned vehicles for a long, long time and doing it exceptionally well every day.
Stop in at Hoover's Thriftway, your friendly hometown grocery store in Burlington. And this week, Best Choice granulated sugar, 4-pound bag, $1.59. And fresh strawberries, 1 pound, $1.69. And frozen chicken thighs or drumsticks, 79 cents a pound. And Folgers Country Roast Coffee, $4.99. And Blue Bunny Ice Cream, $5.99. And Best Choice Whipped Topping, 99 cents. Hoover's Thriftway, sale ends March 6th.
A MyTown media station.
Rock and roll can save the world.
Classic rock.
KSMP 97.7 Burlington. The Flint Hills Classic Rock Station. 97.7 The Dawg. Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball here on the Dawg as the Lady Cats begin this third quarter again with those turnovers, giving the ball possession to Baldwin as they're making the most of it on a 7-0 run to begin the third quarter of play. Dribble drive to the hoop won't go, and Thorpe boards it up for the Lady Cats. She'll bring it across the timeline on the dribble. In the hands of Grace Kuhlman. She looks inside, drives the baseline. Ball tipped away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Cats. They'll play it in under their own bucket here tonight as Paige Sawyer will step out of bounds with the official. Substitute Abby Ogle checks in for Baldwin. 4:29 on the clock. The Lady Cats trail it 48-18. Kirsten Young with a step back. It won't fall. And rebounded away to Frost. Near side, Ogle lead out pass ahead. Camry Wagner with a good steal. Good defensive coverage there. Controls that ball. Up court come the Lady Cats. Kuhlman picks up the dribble, but another turnover sends it right back to the Bulldogs. Up court they'll come. Look to the top of the circle. Ogle drives in the lane. Spin moves. Kicks back out behind the arch. Three-point shot by Frost away is no good. And Grace Kuhlman boards up for Burlington. Up court comes Thorpe on the right wing. Picks up the dribble, goes to Young, top of the key. Now Kuhlman looks over the top, looks for a cutter. Here comes Sawyer. She looks inside, but it's not there. They'll start the offense over again. Kuhlman puts it on the floor. Ball stripped. It's out of there, and diving for it, Sawyer calls a timeout before one of the Baldwin ladies could dive in and get possession. Saves the possession for the Lady Cats on the floor here with 3:13 left in the third quarter. Cats have been held scoreless throughout this entire third quarter of play and have been their own worst enemy by turning the ball over to Baldwin. It's a 30-second timeout on the clock here as both teams will talk it over. Coach Nelson has to be encouraged by the intensity that his ladies are putting on the floor here tonight in the championship contest at Anderson County. Teams are back on the floor. Sawyer to the near sideline with the official, ready to put the ball in play as we get underway one more time. Thorpe receives the inlet pass. He'll set the offense for Burlington. Finds Debley, puts it on the floor on the dribble drive down low to Kirsten. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound, put back up and in. Her first bucket of the night for Kirsten Young, and the first score of the second half for the Cats. Kate Ogle with the shot, no good. Rebound, block shot by Debley. Nice job, went up and got a hand on that ball. Young with the pass goes back to Thorpe. Plays it down low to Debley, up and in. That is a good look ahead to find Ashlyn Debley open for the bucket down low. 4-point run for the Lady Cats now, 48-22. As they came out of that timeout and moving a little bit better. Whistle and a turnover. Shuffling the feet by the Baldwin Bulldogs. The Lady Cats get the ball back in hand as Lindenmeyer checks back in for Baldwin, and Kurtz will return to the bench. Camry Wagner back on the floor for Burlington now also for the Lady Cats. Debley at the high post. She'll work one-on-one. A body foul, had a hand check out in the open court against Macy Frost, and she picks up her third personal foul. Lady Cats to play it in under their own bucket here as Thorpe will key it up for Burlington. Inlet to Camry, back to Thorpe. Behind the arch, a three away, no good. Bounds out of bounds, and it'll be Baldwin ball. 2:25 on the clock here in the third quarter of play. Baldwin leading 48-22 over the Lady Cats. Ogle up court with the dribble. They find Lindenmeyer behind the top. Now send it to the right side. Kate Ogle with the dribble drive. A reach in. We're going to have a foul whistled on Jara Thorpe as Ogle was trying to slip a pass down low. But a foul whistled the first of this second half on the Lady Cats. But that's 4 fouls on Jara Thorpe. She's the one that kept the intensity up throughout that first half of play. But she will go to the bench and save her for a little bit later on. She's got to extend her game. Ogle with the ball behind the arch, puts it on the floor. Skip pass comes near side to Stewart. Now back to Ogle. They'll spin it on the out wing. Dribble drive. Block shot by Debley. Nice job that time, Ashlyn. Went up and cleaned the ball clearly. Top of the circle, Gilman with the ball. Looks to the high post. Finds Debley. There's Young coming off the pick. Lays it down low to Camry. Puts it on the floor, but stripped away. Gilman comes out of there with the loose ball. She's bumped on the way to the hoop. No good. Debley gets the ball back. Now a reach-in foul as Ashlyn was going up for the shot, and she will end up at the charity stripe for the Wildcats. That foul whistled on Carly Lindenmeyer, picking up her second personal foul and the 15th foul on Baldwin. Ashlyn with the free throw, rims off. Cannot buy a thrill here tonight for the Lady Cats. On the night, 3 for 14 for Burlington from the stripe. One more attempt on the way. That one is a net swisher. She's got 3 points here in the second half to go with the 4 from the first. Dribble drive, no good, and Kirsten Young boards it out for the Lady Cats. Ahead to go to Gilman on the far wing. Picks up the dribble, looks inside, now has to look and find Camry, but the ball stripped away. It's out of bounds, and that'll stay with the Lady Cats. Ogle could not come up with that loose ball. And the Lady Cats will play it in on the near side with 1:16 remaining. They trail 48-23 here in the third quarter action. At the top of the key, Wagner spins, looks inside. Skip pass will go to Watkins. Behind the arc, she'll have to get it loose to Kirsten. A three on the way. That one, she looked like the Kirsten of old. Took that pass one step up and smooth three-point shot for Kirsten Young.
Well, nobody was on her.
And that has been a rarity for the Baldwin defense. They know that she's the one that makes the key go here. 37 seconds on the clock. Ogle with the dribble out away from the top of the hoop. They're going to run some clock here. And now Ogle spins it to the right wing. She'll stay on the dribble. 25 seconds on the clock. Looking for a gap in that Burlington defense. Dribble. Lindenmeyer kicks it to the far side. Kate Ogle skips out on top to Stewart. A three is in and out. And here comes Gilman with the board. Lead out pass goes to kick ball on the floor, diving for it. We've got a tie-up as the buzzer sounds at the end of our third quarter. Lindenmeyer appeared to bounce on top of that ball. She's holding her teeth as she goes off to the side. Dr. Rick, what do you think?
Thinks you better left.
Bitter left. Ooh. She's got a minute to take a break. We do too. We're going back to the station for a 1-minute timeout. A word from our sponsors.
If you've got just the right paint color in mind, don't settle for anything less. Head to Burlington Building Materials, located at 626 Neosho in Burlington, and experience a brand new paint department brought to you by Do It Best Quality Paints. Your home is your canvas, and whether you're looking for a functional neutral or a pop of the trending hue, the Colors Journeys experience at Burlington Building Materials has all the tools you need to help your vision come to life. Colors Journeys, your destination for inspiration.
Sports socks can be fashionable. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, has the Touch brand of compression socks. These combed cotton knee-high support socks offer a stylish fit and feel luxuriously smooth against the skin. Sizes for men and women are available in timeless patterns and colors. Buy the softest compression socks on the market today at Prescription Center, 312 Cross Street. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, 620-364-5523.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome to Burlington Lady Cat basketball here on the Dawg tonight. It's sub-state tournament time. Lady Cats taking on the Baldwin Bulldogs at Anderson County. Underway in the fourth quarter, Baldwin leading 48-26 here as we get underway. Baldwin bringing the ball out to the top. Pass down low underneath to Abby Ogle up for the shot and the in. I think that's going to be the offense. We're going to see a wide spread open. They're not going to shoot the ball unless they are straight on. Shot away by Kirsten Young, but it's out of bounds, and that ball goes to Baldwin.
Yeah, they're going to run the clock until they get a layup. That's what they're basically going to do.
And they have some ball handlers to be able to do that from what we've seen in the first three quarters of play here. Kate Ogle out behind the arch, skips it on the near side. Lindenwood, she didn't take any time. She went up for the three, but the Lady Cats come out with the board. Gilman across the timeline. They've got to force their tempo up speed to make up this 20-point margin. Wagner, high overhead, gets it to Gilman. Ball stripped. Lindenwood on the reach-in. Another turnover. Dribble drive, and we've got a blocked foul. We're calling that an intentional foul. I didn't have a good look at that, Rick. Did you?
I can't say that it was intentional, but
that official thought it definitely was, as Coach Gilman on his feet wants an explanation from the calling official. He didn't see it from his vantage point across the way from us.
I thought it was just a poor angle that she took and ran into her.
Set at the free throw line, number 3, Carly Lindenmeyer hits the first free throw and will be set for a second opportunity as Gilman was whistled for her second personal foul. Only 2 team fouls on the Lady Cats in this half. 2 points on the board for the Bulldogs, and they will get to play the ball inbound underneath their own bucket. Extend that lead now, 52-26 over the Lady Cats at the 6:41 mark here of the fourth quarter. Inbound, they go to Ogle. She'll pass it back to Kate Ogle. Sister, the ball rolls off the rim, and there is Ashlyn Debley with the board. Up court to Thorpe. Thought about the three. She'll give it off to Kirsten. Her three rims around and out, no good. And Frost pours it for the Lady Bulldogs. Up court comes Ogle. Her drive shot, no good. Thorpe with the board for Burlington. They'll bring it up across the timeline. Left-hand dribble stops. Looks out on top to Young. Now they'll find Debley. She does the charity stripe. Up and short off the rim. Sawyer chases it down. Comes out with the ball. She'll set the offense again for Burlington. Debley looks inside. Now finds Thorpe at the top of the circle. Near side is Sawyer. Goes to Camry Wagner. Skip pass goes up to Thorpe. She's going to drive the paint. Shot away. She's fouled. And Jarrah Thorpe will go to the line for the Lady Cats. Third foul on Kate Ogle and the 16th foul on Baldwin, as Thorpe will set at the line with 5:48 remaining in the contest. Gets that first one to fall, and she'll be there for a second opportunity. Chance to get into double figures for the Lady Cats, as we have a timeout on the floor. The Lady Cats trailing 52-27. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Napa know-how.
If you're looking for a great start to the new year, then Napa Auto Parts is just what you need. A dependable Napa Legend Premium battery with an 84-month warranty. The Napa Legend Premium will deliver great starts for the next several years. Plus, purchase one during January. You'll get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card by mail, a new battery, and $20 back. Now that's a great start to the new year. Go NapaMocan.com or Napa Mocan on Facebook for more great offers.
Hi, this is Colin Sleazer with Alpha Roofing, LLC in Burlington. We specialize in residential and commercial roofing and have become one of the most respected roofing companies in Northeast Kansas. Customer service is our #1 priority, and knowing that your home or business is safe in our hands is what makes this licensed contractor your #1 choice. If it's a repair or an entire roof, we have the knowledge and skills to get the job done right. Stop in at 213 North 3rd Street, Burlington, or check out our website at www.alpharoofers.com. Alpha Roofing, your hometown roofing expert.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball on the Dawg. Jarrah Thorpe at the line. Can't convert on the second free throw. That rebound goes to Baldwin, and they'll bring it up, leading the Cats 52-27 here with 5:55 left on the clock. Driving to the lane, Abby Ogle to the hoop is fouled on the shot by number 20, Kirsten Young. That's her third personal. Kirsten picked up 2 in the first quarter and has played all the way into the fourth without receiving a foul until this third personal. A free throw on the mark for Ogle, as she will stand up for a second free throw attempt. 13 points on the night for the senior. That free throw away, no good. Sawyer boards it out for the Lady Cats. She'll bring it up court quickly on the right wing to Young. Skip pass goes to Thorpe. She'll dribble up to the charity stripe. Now brings it back out to Young. On the wing, Sawyer, a three away. It's off the mark. No good, and boarded to Baldwin. And Debley gets the possession on the floor. Quickly, a timeout called to save possession. Coach Gilman right in front of the action there calls the timeout. And they do mark it another 1-minute timeout. We're going to find our sponsors one more time. Bobby, take it away.
He dribbles left. He dribbles right. He shoots and scores. You don't need to dribble all over town or hit the road to find the right parts for your cars when you stop and shop at Burlington Auto Supply. We sell name brand quality parts you can count on. AC Delco spark plugs, Gates belts and hoses, and Wix filters are just a few of the manufacturers we use to keep your equipment in great performing condition. We're back in the cats all season long here at Burlington Auto, your bumper-to-bumper parts store. Wow!
When it comes to the health of you and your family, choosing the right pharmacist is just as important as choosing the right doctor. Find a pharmacist that's right for you at your local Medicine Shop pharmacy. More than a healthcare advisor, they take the time to get to know you and to personally answer all your healthcare questions and concerns. Make the right choice. Choose a Medicine Shop pharmacist. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Burlington, Kansas. Caring beyond prescriptions.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
We're back with action here on the inlet play. Baldwin Bulldogs get the steal. Abby Ogle goes all the way for coast-to-coast layup and add to that margin of 28 points. Wildcats come down and a push foul against Jarrah Thorpe. She'll be at the charity stripe to shoot 1 plus a bonus, as that was the 17th foul on Baldwin. Free throw off the rim, no good. Definitely with the rebound. On the putback, the ball's knocked away. It's out of bounds off of Baldwin, and the Lady Cats will play it in under their own bucket. Sawyer steps out with the official. Lady Cats in their formation for the inbound play. Finds Thorpe coming to the hoop, but it's off the rim, no good. Jarrah will go to the line for 2 free throws. A foul whistle down low on number 3, Carly Lindenmeyer. Her 3rd personal foul and the 18th foul on Baldwin here. As Thorpe steps up, and that free throw is home good. Jarrah now 3 of 6 from the stripe on the night, and she'll be there for a 2nd free throw. This one arches and swishes the net also for the Lady Cats. Ball tipped away out of bounds. It'll stay with Baldwin. A 55-29 margin. Here with 4:45 left on the clock. In the backcourt. Ball stripped by Young, but it's out of bounds. Kirsten Young diving on the floor trying to recover that loose ball, but he goes out of bounds and into the hands of the Bulldogs. In the backcourt, Ogle will take the inbound. She'll skip it high over the top to Stewart. In the front court, Frost with the reception. Ashlyn Bentley tipped the ball, but can't go get the loose one. Frost recovers, gives it up now to Kurtz. They'll dribble it out and find Ogle. Skips it right wing. Step back. Shot from behind the arch. In and out. No good. Ogle there with the rebound. Her putback shot no good. And the ball stepping on the inline. Lindenmeyer. Possession will go to the Lady Cats. Pleading her case to the official. I got pushed. A little late now. Lady Cats up court. Thorpe with the ball at the 4:10 mark. Finds Depley at the high post. She'll put it on the floor. Cut off from the drive. Picks up the dribble. Goes back out to Thorpe. She'll play it on the floor. Spin move. Up and in. Contained herself. Went straight up with the shot and got the 2. 55-31 now, Lady Cats trail. As we're inside the 4-minute mark. Skip pass goes to Stewart. A 3 on the way. Can't get that to fall. Ball out of bounds. Chasing it down. It'll be off of Camry Wagner. Out of bounds. And the Baldwin Bulldogs will play it in on the near side. Substitute checking back onto the floor. That's Kate Ogle, the junior, in the lineup for Baldwin. Looking for the inbound. They'll go to Ogle. She'll take the dribble at the top of the circle. Gives it up now on the right wing. In the hands of Burnett. They'll skip it. Stewart finds the ball. Release now to Markley. Working the clock. Out away from the hoop. They're just waiting for a quick lane to the bucket. Lindenmeyer goes through the gap but comes back out on the other side. Approach 3-minute mark. Lady Cats double team, but they release the ball back to Lindenmeyer. Looks down low. Ogle in the paint. She'll kick it out on the top side again. They'll pull it off. On the right wing, Markley with the dribble. Now skips it to Stewart at the top of the key. Back on the right wing, they'll go to Kurtz. Playing keep away here, doing a good job of ball handling. Milking that clock down.
You don't see a boys team do this.
No.
Very well.
Not very well at all. That whistle is going to stop play as Paige Sawyer whistled up for her third personal foul. Only the fourth team foul on the Lady Cats here. With 2:39 remaining, substitutes checking in for Burlington. That's going to be Julia Gilman, Micah Watkins, and Grace Kuhlman. She'll join Camry Wagner and Kirsten Young on the floor for Burlington. As the Wellsville coach sends in substitutes also, two of his starters going to the bench. Kylie Stewart and Kate Ogle. Inbound, they'll play it to Abby Ogle with the dribble. She avoids the defenders, pulls it back out on the top again. Looking for the cutter. They keep moving on that offense. We are seeing a state caliber team here tonight with the Baldwin Bulldogs. They will do well at Emporia in the state tournament. Ogle with the dribble on the far side. Gives it up now to Kurtz. Return back to Ogle. 2 minutes left on the clock here. They'll find Lindenmeyer. Goes in the far wing. Hands up, Kaylee Johnson. Ogle now dribbles into the lane, but pulls it back out again. They've worked off a minute and a half of the clock here as we're inside 2 minutes to play. They'll spin it to the top and find Lindenmeyer again to dribble out. More ball. Kurtz gives up the dribble, finds Ogle. Now we've got a timeout on the floor by Martin.
Yeah, he's going to send his bench in.
He does have the rest of his bench coming to the scorer's stand. We're going to take a timeout and bring you sponsors of Lady Cat basketball on the Dog.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
You're in a hurry and your car won't start. And you need a jump. Or how about the time you locked your keys in the car? Or the time you hit that deer and smashed in the front end of your car? Or maybe you just need something hauled and you don't have a truck. Maybe you just need a tire changed. Call Jeff's Towing and Recovery, AAA provider at 785-213-1669. That's 785-213-1669. And remember, it's your choice who tows your vehicle.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
We're back with Lady Cat basketball here on the Dog as the Wellsville team has put in the last of the members of their roster to finish out this last minute and 25 seconds on the clock as they hold a 55-31 lead over the Lady Cats. Kirsten Young from 12. Shot is up and in for Kirsten. Clean shot by Kirsten that time. And a steal by Camry Wagner. Gilman with the ball on the far wing. Brings it up court on the left side. Stops. Looks inside. Has to pull it back out to Watkins. Now in the corner, Gilman. Three goes down and out again. Gilman picked up the loose ball. Finds Young. And another two by Kirsten Young. And a timeout on the floor also by Coach Gilman, as he will also give a chance for all of the players on the roster to have this experience of sub-state action with 1 minute remaining on the clock. And it's a 55-31 55-35 lead for the Baldwin Bulldogs. They'll have the ball to key in length of the court when we return to action. We're glad you could join us here tonight to follow the Lady Cats. We knew coming in that the Baldwin Bulldogs would put in a big effort to earn their ticket to the state tournament in Emporia, as they've been ranked number 1 in the state all season long for Class 4A Division II. And they have proven their mettle here tonight at the sub-state tournament in Garnett. 47 seconds remain on the clock as the Lady Cats, Grace Hess in the lineup, along with Zoe Caldwell, also Addison Barble, and number 34, Jalen Griffith, on the floor, along with Micah Watkins. These are players we're going to be seeing in the future for the Burlington Lady Cats. Keep those names in mind. They got first state tournament experience right here tonight in the sub-state action, and they can start working on next year's team from here on out. Baldwin with the ball on the far side. Look to the top of the circle. Behind the arch. Thought about the three. Pulls it back down. They'll skip it into the middle. Shot up and off the rim. No good. Rebounded away. And Zoe Caldwell pours it for the Cats. Watkins back to Caldwell. They'll spin it to Hess on the outside. Looks down low to Griffith. She's trapped there. Returns the ball back out. But a steal away. And the buzzer sound brings us to the end of the contest. And the great philosopher knows how to fix those scores. Unfortunately, it's not the victory for the Lady Cats, but a win for the Baldwin Bulldogs, 55-35 here tonight as they move on to the state tournament in Emporia next week. We're going to take a break to get our numbers together from this first game of the night. We'll be back to wrap up the Lady Cats finish when we return.
Ready to go?
Almost. You just have to stop at the bank, get a few money orders, to pay some bills.
Well, why don't you just write the checks yourself?
I can't.
Still? I thought you were back on your feet financially.
I am, but I never thought starting from square one would take this long.
For a second chance at a banking relationship, it's Central Time. Whatever the reason, life happens. You might have had a checking account that was overdrawn when it was closed. And finding a bank who will let you start with a clean slate can be a challenge. That's why Central National Bank offers New Opportunity Checking. Write checks, use a Visa check card, and enjoy free online banking and free ATM use at Central National Bank ATMs. Plus, you have a place to cash your checks. Ask about New Opportunity Checking from Central National Bank. It's money for life, the way we live today. Some restrictions and fees apply.
Central National Bank, money for life.
Member FDIC in your hometown since 1884.
U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts in Burlington and 97.7 The Dawg invite you for some action on ice as the Topeka Roadrunners battle it out for victory. We're giving away 2 tickets on Tuesdays for hockey at its finest at the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka. Get signed up for your chance to win tickets at U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts, 401 Garrettson in Burlington. For home game dates and times, go to Topeka Roadrunners on Facebook.
Does fall weather make you dream of a new home? How about that remodeling project, such as a garage or room addition? Whatever your dreams are made of, First National Bank of Kansas has many favorable options for you. From refinancing to building projects, rates are still low, so why not check them out? See Paul and Kathy in Osage City, Chris and Craig in Waverly, or Donna and Craig in Burlington. First National Bank of Kansas, where dreams come true. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Lady Cat basketball here on the Dawg tonight. The Lady Cats in the tournament championship sub-state action here from Garnett. But it was not to be for the Lady Cats as they went up against the number 1 team in the state in Division II Class 4A. And the Baldwin Bulldogs proved why they are there and why they will be moving on to the state tournament next week. They hand the Lady Cats a 55-35 defeat in the final game of the season for the Burlington Lady Cats. Baldwin, 5 players in the scorebook tonight. Got 1 point from Riley Stewart, 9 points from Macy Frost. All of those coming from behind the arch with 3-pointers in the first half of play. In double figures, Carly Lindenmeyer, also 3 3-pointers on her way to an even dozen. She also hits 3 of 4 free throws for the Bulldogs. 15 points from senior Abby Ogle. And high point honors tonight go to Kayla Kurtz. Kurtz led the way, 16 points in the first half of play, only 2 in the second, but ends the night with 18 points for the Bulldogs. On the Lady Cats side, they put 5 players in the scorebook, but the numbers did not add up quickly as Grace Kuhlman had 2 points, 3 points from Camry Wagner, 7 tonight from Ashlyn Debley. In double figures, Kirsten Young held to 10 points tonight on her play, and leading the way, Jarrah Thorpe. Lots of energy for the sophomore as she totals 13 points to lead the Lady Cats this evening. Lady Cats will chalk this one up on the season as they finish off 17-4 for the season record tonight. Baldwin came out and dominated in that first quarter of play, taking a 24-12 lead into the first quarter break. Lady Cats put on a 6-0 run to trim that lead down to as much as 6 before Baldwin heads out for a 17-0 run to finish the first half. They had 7 more points to open the third quarter and seal the victory, a final 20-point victory for Baldwin tonight. I want to congratulate the lone senior on the Lady Cats team. Camry Wagner wraps up her high school career here at Burlington High School, and a milestone in anyone's career, but it's not over. Kirsten Young, also this season recognized for scoring 1,000 points in her career in her junior year now. She'll be back next year to add to that total and join the other 6 members of the 1,000-point club at Burlington High. We're going to wrap up our first game coverage here, take a little break. I think there's a piece of that maple pecan cake